Here's why the US military runs circles around its enemies. The relentless force. When enemies of the United States military make plans, they often forget one thing. America doesn't fight fair, it dominates. From the skies to the seas, from cyberspace to outer space, the US military is not just a force. It's a storm system, and this is not by chance. It's by design. The US doesn't just show up, it overwhelms. Precision strikes, global logistics, electronic warfare, satellites, stealth, and real-time intelligence all combine into a machine that seems like it's running circles around its enemies. So what's the secret? 1. Global reach, instant anywhere. The US military isn't a regional force. It's everywhere all the time. With over 750 military bases in more than 80 countries, the US can project power faster and more efficiently than any other nation on Earth. Whether it's a carrier strike group cruising the Pacific, a B-2 bomber lifting off from Missouri, or special forces rappelling into hostile territory, when conflict sparks, the US doesn't need to move in. It's already there. No other military maintains such persistent global presence. And that's why the US can dictate the tempo of battle before it even begins. 2. Air dominance that blinds and shocks. Enemies know the moment the US Air Force enters the fray, the sky is no longer theirs. That's because American jets don't just fly, they command the airspace. F-22 Raptors, the undisputed kings of air superiority. F-35 Lightning II, stealth multi-role fighters that fuse battlefield data like nothing else. B-2 Spirits and B-21 Raiders, stealth bombers that can sneak deep into enemy territory. AWACS, EH Stars, and RC-135 Rivet Joints, eyes in the sky that see everything. In conflicts like Iraq and Kosovo, US air power crushed enemy defenses in days. No other nation can achieve complete air supremacy as swiftly or sustain it for as long as the United States. 3. Naval power that controls oceans. The US Navy is so vast and lethal that it could outmatch entire national militaries alone. 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. No other country has more than 2. Dozens of guided missile cruisers and destroyers equipped with the Aegis combat system. Over 70 submarines, including Ohio-class boomers and Virginia-class hunters. These aren't just ships. They're floating war factories capable of launching hundreds of Tomahawk cruise missiles, enforcing no-fly zones, and deploying entire marine expeditionary units anywhere on Earth. Enemies can't just plan for a beach, they have to plan for a mobile sea-based juggernaut that can strike from 1,000 miles away. 4. Elite Special Forces, the Ghost Operators. When the situation demands stealth, speed, and surgical precision, the US unleashes the quiet professionals. Navy SEALs, Delta Force, 1st SFODD, Army Rangers, Green Berets. These units don't fight wars, they shape them. From high-value target eliminations in Iraq to hostage rescues in Somalia to raids deep into Pakistan, America's Special Operations Command conducts over 70 operations a day globally. They train harder, fight smarter, and adapt faster than almost any adversary. By the time the enemy realizes what's happening, the mission is already over. 5. Information warfare dominating the unseen. Modern war isn't just about bombs. It's about data. The US military has built an intricate web of satellites, spy planes, surveillance drones, and cyber tools that together form a near-omniscient eye over the battlefield. Enemy communications? Jammed. Radar networks? Blinded. Missile launches? Detected before they leave the tube. American forces don't just react, they anticipate. The F-35, for example, shares real-time targeting data with other fighters, ground forces, and ships. This sensor fusion lets US forces see the enemy without being seen and strike before they're even noticed. 6. Logistics and supply, the engine of victory. Armies run on fuel, food, ammo, and spare parts. The US military has the most advanced and reliable logistics network in human history. Air Mobility Command can move thousands of tons of equipment anywhere on the planet, often within hours. Pre-positioned equipment depots mean armored divisions can be deployed with full gear without needing a long boat ride. The US operates hundreds of aerial refueling tankers, keeping fighter jets and bombers in the sky nonstop. In wartime, running out of ammo or fuel is game over. For the US, it's just Tuesday. 7. Technological superiority, always a step ahead. Enemies try to copy, but they're always a generation behind. Hypersonic test programs are in full swing. Artificial intelligence is being embedded into command decisions. Lasers and directed energy weapons are being deployed on ships and vehicles. Autonomous drones are conducting ISR and strike missions. Space Force is guarding satellites that control everything from GPS to missile tracking. American defense technology is backed by over $800 billion annually in partnerships with Silicon Valley, DARPA, and the most innovative defense contractors on Earth. When it comes to bleeding-edge warfare, the US doesn't follow trends, it creates them. 8. Cyber dominance, winning the digital battlefield. Wars aren't just fought with bullets, they're fought with code. US Cyber Command conducts offensive and defensive cyber operations that can disable infrastructure, block missile launches, or shut down entire command networks. From Iranian nuclear centrifuges to ISIS online propaganda, American cyber capabilities have already shaped real-world events without firing a shot. The battlefield now includes servers, and the US controls the keyboard. 9. Training and doctrine precision through discipline. Technology alone doesn't win wars, people do. And the US military trains its personnel with a level of rigor, realism, and scale unmatched anywhere. Red flag exercises simulate real combat with advanced adversaries. Joint Task Force drills combine Navy, Air Force, Army, and Marines into one deadly symphony. Every Marine is trained as a rifleman first. Every pilot is drilled for failure and survival. American warfighters are constantly rotating through war zones, gaining real combat experience. That's why US troops can operate in chaos, pivot under pressure, and make mission-critical decisions faster than their opponents. 10. Nuclear deterrence, the final trump card. Let's not forget the unspoken reality. The United States holds one of the most powerful and survivable nuclear arsenals in the world. 400 Minuteman III ICBMs. Ballistic missile submarines on constant patrol. Strategic bombers with nuclear payloads. Modernization underway with the Sentinel ICBM and B-21 Raider. This triad ensures that any nation considering aggression against the US must also consider guaranteed annihilation. Conclusion: the real reason the US runs circles around its enemies. It's not just the firepower. It's the combination, the integration of everything: speed and stealth, brains and brawn, global reach and local dominance. AI, drones, satellites, boots on the ground. Enemies try to counter it with numbers, deception, or brute force. But they're up against a living, learning, lethal machine. One that's been tested in every terrain, every domain, and every corner of the world. Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.